Hi, it's Deborah Roth here at Spirited Musings, and with you this week to celebrate the Winter Solstice 2012. This has been forecast for millennium as being a big solstice, and I was really trying to figure out what direction, because there's so many different directions to go in 4 minutes, to talk to you about this very auspicious day. Auspicious even if it wasn't the end of the Mayan calendar after 26,000 years. Auspicious even if it, as if, any one of these would be enough. And who knows what all that means. It's auspicious from my standpoint, and I am not one of those doomsdayers that says that the world is going to end on December 21st, 2012, but rather, and I think you'll hear this from many places, that it's the dawn of a new consciousness. And I believe, as many of us do, that it's actually a celebration and a reclaiming of the return of the feminine and of the divine feminine. And I'd like to talk a little bit about that, and then just give you a little kind of fun general information about the symbolism and the magic that's associated with the solstice. So solstice itself, the word, actually means sun stands still. Solstice. So for a few days before and after December 21st, it will appear as though the sun's not moving. And then slowly, ever so slowly, the light will begin to return to the northern hemisphere. And really, civilizations around the world have honored this time. There's a holiday in Sweden which gets very dark very early, called St. Lucina's Day. Modra was celebrated by the Anglo-Saxons, and that was honoring of Mother Night. The Festival of Koleda it's with a K, K-O-L-E-D-A, I think, was celebrated in the Slavic cultures. Soyal was a Pueblo celebration that honored the white shell woman bringing back the sun. So there's so many celebrations all over that really try to create this sympathetic magic, all very candle laden. Of course, we know about Christmas and Hanukkah and Kwanzaa, all about creating light with candles in order to coax back the light of the sun. So, and you can look, there are tons of other places that you can look for the symbolism. Yule, another name for solstice, actually means wheel, and so it represents the wheel of the year, and Yule logs are seen in many places, not just in pagan homes, as a representative of new life coming back. Christmas trees are an ancient celebration of eternal life and of coaxing the nature elementals indoors and celebrating them with this brightly lit evergreen, which represents the non-ending, ever-growing, moving cycle of life. So those are just a few examples. What I want to do in the brief time I have left is to share with you this notion of the return of the feminine, of the divine feminine. In my circles, I talk about the fact that when women gather in sacred space, we are looking to reclaim, to redevote ourselves to basic feminine principles like honoring our emotions, honoring our intuition, celebrating our bodies, the cycles of our bodies, and through those cycles, celebrating the cycles of nature. So I would really invite you on this solstice to think about those, to think about areas in your life that you may not be honoring your emotions or your intuition, and find a beautiful place outdoors, if you can find one that's warm enough to do it, light lots of candles, and reflect about this dawn of new consciousness, a new rebalancing in the world, not an elimination of the masculine, but rather a balance of the masculine and feminine, which means a resurgence of the divine feminine. Think about what that means for you. Weave that into whatever celebrations you have this year that involve candles and the return of the light. And I'd love to hear how you celebrate this very special solstice. happy, bright solstice blessings.